Assalamualaikum, a very good day to everyone. My name is Muhammad Zareshani bin Muhammad alias, and I'm here to talk about the 12th SDG, which is Sustainable Consumption and Production. And I would like to ask everyone, what is in store for us in sustainable consumption and production? Let's all move on. So, before I would like to proceed, I would like everyone to see this picture and take a moment to think about what does this picture shows, what does it means to us. Uh, and now I would like to show everyone a very short video with some relation to that previous picture. And try to understand this video.
Each year, nations generate 1.3 billion tons of waste. Yet, more than half the world's population does not have access to regular trash collection. The United States, China, Brazil, Japan, and Germany are the leading trash generators, and the United Nations Environment Program predicts the amount of waste will probably double in lower-income African and Asian cities as a result of population growth, urbanization, and rising consumption.
There is a short video from the Global Waste Problem by Ariana Pahlavan. You can look at the full length of the video on YouTube. Just search the Global Waste Problem. So again, coming back to this picture, based on the video I showed you before, what is the problem that you can see from this picture? And what can we do? What can you do as a student, as a family member, and as a member of the community, help to reduce trash or waste? So before I proceed, I have 4 contents that I would like to share with everyone, starting with what is SDG12. I will show you facts and data about the trash we produce, introducing 5 R's. Maybe some of you guys know about it, but I'll introduce you again to those who don't know. And also some home exercises that can help reduce trash and your waste at home, or even create some wonderful items using the recycling items. So, what is sustainable consumption and production? Sustainable consumption and production aims of ensuring everyone are being sustainable in their consumption of products such as foods, clothing, and stationeries such as pen, pencil, books, even paper. And this SDG also aims on having a sustainable production pattern, such as replanting trees after cutting them down. Now, did you know that over 23,000 tons of waste is being produced by Malaysia each day? And it is estimated by this year that number will be at 30,000 tons of waste being produced each day. Imagine. So just to give you a picture about how much tons of waste is being produced each day by Malaysian. So imagine that a blue whale times 200. So 200 blue whales are being produced each day by Malaysian in terms of waste, and also 15,000 the times of a regular car weight. Imagine, each day Malaysians are producing this much amount of waste. Now, the world dumps a massive 2.12 billion tons of waste every year, and this is according to the World Count. Did you know how much is that? 2.12 billion tons of waste every year. These are some of the waste that we can't even recycle. Again, now this is data about the deforestation state in Malaysia. As you can see, the red indicates the year 2020, orange from the year 2001 up until 2019, and yellow from the year 2000. So in the past 20 years, you can see how much deforestation happening in Malaysia. And those black spots, you can even count them by hand, those big black spots. And even if I zoom in, you can look at it, those black spots even have some red, indicating that in the past year, there are some, they already start to deforestation in those black areas. In another 20 years, there might not be any black areas. So we need to help in this reducing these demands of trees. This is an annual CO2 emission from the year 1959 up until 2019. For you can see Japan in the Asian country, which is in lead with 1.2 billion tons of CO2 emission being produced, but those numbers have reduced since the year 2010. So meaning Japan has been efficient in trying to reducing their CO2 emission. But you can see in Malaysia, it's steadily going up. But that might not be the case if we don't stop or we don't help in reducing our CO2 emission. Maybe in another 50 years, this number could triple the amount. As compared to the world, what if all the worlds are being such as like Japan, where they strive to reduce CO2 emission, we might see a pattern of going down. But look at this, from the past 50 years, there has been little signs of reducing our CO2 emission, and we are at the highest right now is at 35 billion tons of CO2 emission being produced. This is from the burning of fossil fuels for energy and cement production. So if we don't help in reducing our CO2 emission, in another 50 years, this number again might double or even triple. So how can we help in reducing trash or our waste? One of the steps is practicing the 5 Rs: refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and also rot. Some of you guys might already have familiar with the 3 Rs, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. So I would like to introduce another two, which is refuse and rot. So this is just a quick introduction, which is the refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and rot, which is an helpful way of promoting a zero waste lifestyle. Let's get into it. So what is refuse? So what do we refuse? How do we refuse? So we can refuse to use plastic bags when buying groceries. When we go to the store, grocery store to buy, we always look at our moms, our aunt, our grandma taking those plastic in much amount to just pack fruits or vegetables. But sometimes the plastic bag is very big, but the content is just this small, a cucumber of this size. So one of the alternatives is that we can use paper bags, or we can bring our own recycled bags as an alternative to pack those groceries that we buy. This can help reduce the plastic usage from us. These are some of the examples of single-use plastic, such as the plastic bottles, plastic bags, plastic cups, plastic utensils, forks, spoons, knife. We can see single-use plastic from freebies such as party favors, hotel toiletries, disposable items, and also junk mail. How can we reduce? The next step is reduce. So to reduce our trash, our waste, we try to purchase repairable items or disposable one, meaning that if that item is broken, we can still repair them instead of just buying a new one, and try to avoid unnecessary purchases. Just purchase the things that you need instead of the things that you want. There's a difference, need and want. And also decrease exposure to tempting advertising messages. Now, I'm sure that most of our parents or even ourselves, we have the apps Zalora or Shopee, Lazada, Mudah.com. Every day, these apps will send messages about deals, discounts, combo deals. This can this can help us. No, this can tempt us in buying those products. Some of the products that we don't even need, but we feel like buying. We are tempted to buy them because of what? There's a sale, there's a discount. So try to decrease our exposure in seeing these messages. So reuse. Now, what can we reuse? We can reuse the items that we have so that we don't need to buy, we don't need to take more. So we can practice borrowing or even share our items. We can we can repair instead of replace, and also rethink the item that we already have. Like let's say we already have four pencils. Why do we need to buy more? That will only create more plastics, more waste for us to throw away. So recycling. There are some things we can already know how to recycle, such as recycling plastic bottles. Those shampoo bottles that we already have, we already finished using, instead of just throwing and buying a new one, we can buy the refillable pack and refill it back, and we can use the bottle. I have one. I'm currently using a plastic shampoo bottle that has been in my possessions for the last 1 year since the PKP start. So I keep on refilling it. I don't need to buy a new one. I just need to buy a refillable pack and just put it in. We can also recycle paper, and the most common thing is recycling aluminum tins and aluminum foil. Rod. So what can we do? What is rod? So rod applies to throwing our organic food waste in a worm bin and let those worms turn your waste into high quality fertilizer. So meaning those eggshells, discarded garlic, discarded onions, cucumbers, leftover food, instead of just throwing them inside the rubbish bin, why not throw inside a worm bin, and you can make high quality fertilizer for our soil, for our garden. How can you start a zero waste lifestyle? You can practice the 5 R's as I shown before, or we can reuse plastic bags, choosing reusable straws, those metal straws, bamboo straws, instead of just taking the single-use plastic straws. Most of you guys might have seen the viral video of pulling out a plastic straw from the nose of a turtle. So we can avoid that scenario by trying to use plastic or no, sorry, we can use metal or bamboo straws, and we should say no to plastic cutleries when we buy nasi lemak from the stall beside the road. Sometimes they give us those small plastic spoon, so we can just say no, we refuse it, and we can bring our own metal cutleries from home, or we can buy those reusable cutleries. These are some of the homeworks or some of the things that you can do at home to help reduce your waste, such as segregating your waste. You can divide your waste at home, such as dividing into a dry waste, organic waste, electronic waste, glass, paper, and etc. So that if you lack the capacity of recycling them at home, when the people taking the trash take your trash, they can easily put it inside. They can easily recycle it at the landfills or recycling plant, so they don't have to divide it by themselves, which could take lots of time, energy, and manpower to do it. Next, we can recycle our own trash. such as turning banana skin into a plasticine, or we can even make furniture from using used bottles. Next, we can also create awareness. We help to explain to your family or your friends about the importance of having a sustainable lifestyle and being a responsible consumer. You can start doing your part in creating awareness. Before I would like to end my presentation, I would like to uh, quote from Sir David Attenborough, which says, "It's surely our responsibility to do everything within our power to create a planet that provides a home, not just for us, but for all life on Earth." That's it for me. My name is Mohammad Azari Ashani Memom Alias. Thank you for listening.